Welcome back to week 3 of the podcast. Mitch has called a big week this week, so...
Massive week, a lot to talk about, a lot to be down. Round 10 recap, previews of round 11, all to be had here.
Big week, so...
Big week.
If it's a big week, you can start us off.
Big week, I'll start us off. Alright, what caught our eye? 2 things each week. Me, my Blues. I'm starting straight with the Blues. It's big. Charlie Kid Kerr now. Mate, what do you call a baby goat? It's a kid. Charlie Kerr now, baby goat. He is unbelievable. Athleticism can turn it on. Don't know what needs to be said. Common is done. 4 games out of the 10 this year, bags of 5 or more.
Yeah.
Huge. Last year there was less than 40 bags of 5 or more in the season. This year, all bags. Key forward is back, and he is benefiting from this Blues engine room that is actually functioning well. Cripper has a down game, and our forwards line still gets fed.
You'll be happy to know that my second point is actually about the Carlton engine room.
I'm excited. So I'm just going to stay there. That's it. That's all I've got. Just Charlie, loving him. We'll move on. Point number 2. I hummed and hard which side of the match I'd take. Whether I'd praise the team or I'd tear the team down. I'm not here to praise the team. Freo were terrible.
Yep.
As you said earlier, little bit of a joke. They can't play in the wet. Watch the game. It was horrible. They had no structure going forward. They were chip sideways. When you'd expect a team that is meant to be a top 4 team, pull the trigger and go. Slow, nothing. Eventually, bottom line, went outnumber. Collingwood's defensive winger or fat side winger just got defensive and just controlled the game. Unreal setup from them. Penry really controlling them well down there.
Yep, beautiful. Okay, mine for Geelong, basically the same thing again. Way too patchy. They started off abysmal, to say the least.
That is being generous.
And then premiership quarter they turned up, but you look at you versus a better team. When it comes to serious, they're going to put you away in the first 2 quarters. You versus a decent team, they're going to put you away. They're not going to be within 6-7 goals. You can't be doing that. They're lucky that they kept in that game. Very lucky.
Yeah.
And
that's where a better team, without taking anything away from Port Adelaide, it's where a better team would strike.
Yeah.
And they go, okay, this is our chance. We've got to pile a couple on here and extend this lead.
Exactly.
And Port weren't able to do so.
Exactly right. And my other thing about the Carlton midfielders is I've watched a little bit of this game, and Carlton obviously playing no ruckman. How many times I saw Matt Kennedy and Cripps in the ruck?
Yeah, around the ground boundary throw-ins, I'll pay that, yep.
Yeah. How many times did I see, and mostly Sam Walsh was reading the ruckman every single time. Most of the tap-outs were going down Carlton players' throats. They were just reading the opposition ruckman so well.
And that's not taking anything away. Hickey's meant to be a very, very good ruckman.
Yeah.
I say meant to be lightly because, as you're saying, if you're meant to be and you're rucking effectively against Tom De Koning, who is a project, that's not harsh. Jack Silvani, who's a power,
yeah,
and midfielders, you should be putting it down your players' throats. Should not be able to be read.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. The worst time we'll leave.
Before we move on, just want to slip something in. So, as you were saying about the fade-ins and fade-outs, give me an outsider's point of view on Carlton here.
Yeah.
We've led by 41 against the Hawks and won by 1. We led by 50 odd against Port and won by under a goal. We led by 38 on the weekend at half time, won by 15 points. Do you take that as a positive and they're still getting the job done, and when they play 4 quarters they're going to be unbelievable? Or is it worrying signs?
It's both for me. It's a positive in the light that there's room to build on, and yet you're not going out there like the teams of Brisbane do and just blowing teams out of the water, yet settling down after the second half, once you know, this game's pretty much done.
Yeah, okay.
But it's also scary that you're too resting. You still got to have that balance where you can't be getting 10 goals conceded at a half of football. You still need to be able to give a little bit and not before you go to sleep for mine.
Yeah. For me, it's a little concerning we're not burying teams, but it's a very nice position to be in, watching Carlton's not struggle, but have lapses in games, but still find a way to win.
Yeah.
Very different change from what I grew up with. Now, on to, as you went to lead into, the best time of the week, the tears. Everyone loves Mitch's tears, so we're back at it again this week.
I haven't seen one comment about Mitch's tears yet. How many comments have we seen about Halen's Australian so far?
Mate, only people ripping India, saying it's not good enough, you've got to get people in there. But alright,
that's
tears.
one comment. Brings attention to the podcast, mate.
We only have 16 teams in the tiers, obviously we don't mention 2, they're gone.
Yep.
This week we've had 7 teams move position on the tiers. A lot of movement. I'm feeling a lot better with it.
He's been non-stop talking about this, so I'm expecting big things.
It's big. Bottom tier. Start from the bottom, work our way up every week. Bottom tier, almost done. Dons, Crows, Giants.
Yeah.
Next one up. Big month ahead. Big month. Could be good, could be bad. It's a big month. The Power and the Pies.
Yep.
Pies have fallen 2 tiers this week because they fit into the big month category. They don't fit up above it. They're not as good as everyone is making out again.
Yeah, so they've won and gone down.
They've won and gone down 2 tiers.
Yeah, geez.
That's the same as when Essendon won. I came out and said the win wasn't that good.
Yep.
Yes, you've gone over to West Coast, over to Perth, and you've beaten Freo in the wet. It's a good win. Carlton couldn't do it, but I don't think they're there. They'll get exposed on Sunday. Next year up, it wasn't exciting last week. I'm relabeled it. The 6th tier is called very exciting, and it was just the Suns. Now it's the Suns and the Hawks. I jumped off the Hawks a little early last week. They've risen 2 tiers. I'm back on. They are exciting. Moving up to elimination final at best. Won't win it though. Best they can do is make the final. So this is top 9 and above teams. This is tier number 5. Got the Doggies that moved up 2. We've got Freo who moved down 2.
Yeah, geez.
And the Swans who have moved down 1.
Yeah, so some big calls.
So there's some big calls there. We'll start off with the Dogs. I've been notoriously off them. They're playing some good footy. I'll give credit where it's due. But they're still not going to final. And after yesterday, I can safely say, Freo aren't going to win a final.
Safely.
Safely
Say that.
It's down to be big calls later, but it's not even a big call. They're not going to win a final and they're not going to finish top 6.
So we were just talking about punishments for different things, different calls and stuff.
Yeah.
Are you willing to say, I'll put a punishment on the line if Freo win a final?
Well and truly.
Okay, you name your price, and you call it.
I'll give you a week to have a think about what you want to put the punishment as, and I'll agree to it.
Yep. Well, you've been talking about this hot spice sauce for nuggets.
Yep.
The spiciest sauce in the world.
Yep.
Yep. We said maybe we don't do that segment.
Yeah, no,
Yep.
fair.
If you want to make this, you can safely say that you do not think teams such as Freo, Doggies, who was the other one?
Freo, Doggies, Swans.
By you saying that, you have to say that neither of them 3 teams are going to win a final.
I can safely say that I'm not willing to guarantee all 3.
No,
because we're halfway through.
If you want to put them in that tier,
That's what I'm saying. At this stage in the season, they're not winning the final. I could be swayed on the Swans and the Dogs. They're both playing good footy. Swans come up against a very good team on the weekend. I'm willing to lock in Freo that they will not win a final.
So you look at right down that camera.
Freo?
No. You look right down that camera and you say, I will get the spiciest sauce I can find and eat it with a nugget.
I'll go you one better. Freo will not win a final, and when they don't win a final, I'll celebrate. And if they do, I have 5 hot sauces starting at 600,000 Scoville all the way up to 5 million Scoville. I'll have a nugget with each of the 5 different sauces because it will not happen.
Special video, Freo win. Let's mark it down right now. This happens, you get the sauce.
Can't wait to revisit this in a month when they haven't won a game. Dropped a few in a row.
Beautiful.
Not a chance. Yeah. We'll get to it later in the things we're looking forward to because they're not going to win more games. Yep. They're in a bad way. They're in trouble.
Yep.
Moving on to the next tier. Finals win at best. So they might win a final, but they're not winning the flag.
Yep.
Richmond, upper tier. Cats, upper tier. Saints, that's the 3.
Yep.
They're 3. They can win a final. So I'm saying they're a top 6 team in the league, but they're not going all the way. Now, it was nervous last week, and it was Brisbane and Freo. This week it's very nervous. Freo have dropped already. They're gone. I was nervous on them last week. So this isn't a 1 week decision thing. There's time and thought that's gone into this, and that's why I'm very confident. But they're very nervous to hear is now Brisbane. I'm not. I was nervous on them last week. They had a shaky win. They had a terrible loss. Great game of footy. Terrible loss for them to lose to Hawthorn. We questioned it last week. We said they've got a great line of small forwards, but what's going to happen? Where are they going to come from?
Yeah.
It wasn't the issue. They scored 112 points. They've lost because they had no defence. You can't let Hawthorn kick 117 points. Number 1 contender. Called it early. Went with it. You were right. I went too early on it. I shouldn't have had Brisbane so close with just nervous. I should have had Brisbane at very nervous and a much bigger gap between second and third because Carlton are clearly the number 1 contender to the D's. D's still number 1. Lock them in. Blues. I'm excited. Freo. It's marked down. Locked in. Guaranteed. 5 sources. 5 nuggets. Not a worry in the world because I know they won't win a final.
Beautiful.
That's me tears.
Okay. Now for everyone's favourite segment.
I just did the tears.
The All Australian.
Ah! Yes.
Yeah. Everyone's favourite segment. The Halen's rolling All Australian team. So everyone knows this team. If you don't, go back, watch previous videos.
That's exactly it. Get around
I'll just give you some updates on some of the players and what's happening. So the 2 wingmen both sort of suffered a knock on the weekend.
Yep.
So we'll just wait and see what happens there.
Yep.
Isaac Heaney's still very, very worrying waters.
Oh, that is very, very worrying waters.
Yep, to the point that it's one more game. You don't perform this week and there's another small forward that performs.
I'm shocked that Charlotte hasn't taken his spot this week, to be honest.
No, I'm happy with that for now. But now to the changes. Andy Brayshaw's out.
Yep, fair.
He got 30-something possessions in the weekend. 9 clangers, 4 free kicks against. He just did not look that good. He's not even the best midfielder on that team anymore. Move him on.
Yep.
Clayton Oliver goes onto the ground this week after a huge performance.
Is that taking Andy Brayshaw's spot on the ground or was Andy Brayshaw on the bench?
No, Andy Brayshaw was on the ground.
Yep.
So Oliver goes to the ground.
Yep.
Then Petrarca comes onto the bench.
Yep.
Yeah, no problems with that.
So what you're saying is, effectively, you've dropped Brayshaw, Oliver's coming into his spot on the ground, and Petrarca's taking his spot on the team.
Yeah.
Alright.
And then, just love a Medi sub, Callum Wilkie. He's been beautiful this year. He's been brilliant.
Has he, or have you just fallen for the media hype?
No, you look at it. I looked at him when he versed Geelong, and shut down Jeremy Kent. Yep, I don't want to hear you thinking. Yeah, you think he's second tier. Point is, he's one of the superstars of the league.
Mate, at the end of the day, he's not. I'll give you an early insight into club superstar. Jeremy Cameron ain't in it.
That is huge. But Callum Wilkie has been huge, and I think that's all about. Oh, before we move on, someone that might need a lift, because he has a couple more weeks playing this footy, but he really needs to lift. Your boy Paddy Cripps, where is he?
Mate, he's just playing in a well-oiled machine.
And Max Gawn has gone missing as well. He needs to start performing.
He has gone missing badly. I've got a few questions for you about this team today, sir.
Oh, actually, I have missed a few. Tom Lynch, 1, max 2 more weeks left in the team. He sustained an injury. He will be missing a few weeks of footy.
Came crashing back down to earth this week.
Yep, didn't kick a goal. 0-4.
Yep.
He's now got his time is limited in the team.
Yep, fair.
Let's move on from that. Yep.
So, 1, are we going to lock Charlie Curnow into your team now and say he's there for the season, that's just centre half forward?
No, I will not. I do not trust his body. I've told you this before. If he can stay healthy, yes, he'll be on my team any year.
At the end of the day, passes the eye test. That's what it comes down to, passes the eye test.
Yeah.
So, looking at the team then, we had a comment. Where is George Hewitt?
George Hewitt has missed a few games of footy. Who is he replacing in this team? You tell me.
Jaden Short.
So, George Hewitt is playing a back flanks role?
Yep.
Is he? He's not playing most of his time on ball at the moment?
No.
No? So he's not leading the league in centre clearances or anything.
No, he's doing that without even playing there that often. That's pretty impressive. You just great reason to have him in there. So you're saying he's leading the league in centre clearances to crack your team, and you're saying he's missed weeks and he's still leading the clearances.
Yeah, whew, he's a brilliant centreman, but the fact is, he's not a back flank. He hasn't had a better year than Cripps, Neil, Oliver, or Petrarca.
No, that's fair. That's probably fair. So, other questions I have. What's Jacob Wiedering got to do to get onto the ground?
It's basically just Sam Taylor has to play a really, really bad game. Or unless Wiedering is playing beautiful. Look, at this point it isn't, Wiedering's on the bench. It's Sam Taylor and Wiedering. It's just they're both in the team. One's
on the bench, one's a centre half back. You can't have both centre half back.
Exactly.
One just stop Buddy. No, that's alright. Jared Witts, what's he got to do to overtake Maxi Gawn? You said Maxi Gawn's got to lift.
Yep, it's this week, basically.
This week, alright, I like it.
Max Gawn has still done enough to be the best ruckman in the league this year.
Alright, and just give us a little bit of insight. Who else is on the edge? Who's not on the team? Anyone else pressing in your matters, or you're happy to keep it as this is my team? What happens outside of the team is no one else's business, and you'll just keep it hush hush.
Hugh McCluggage is obviously injured, so he probably won't be there too much longer.
Yeah, well, it is a rolling. It's not a prediction. Yep.
Tom Lynch will be gone soon.
Oh, don't sound so excited.
Don't sound so excited. Everyone else looks pretty good in that team.
No, happy.
Maybe he's been. Yeah, it was a bad game.
But is there anyone outside of the team that's not there that jumps out to you that could come in? Anyone on your watching radar who's maybe played a couple of good games in a row?
Tyson Stengel.
Oh, so there's definitely no changes coming then. That's fair. Just played a couple of games in a row.
Yeah, let's have a look at the.
You answered the questions.
Let's have a look at the leading goal kickers for the year. I'll just quickly bring this up. So we want to look at the.
I can tell you without even looking that he's 16th with 20 goals. Would be my prediction.
Well, he's 14th with 20, and we did have a look at this just before.
Is he equal with 15th, 16th? Or are you just trying to group him up a bit higher?
No, he's equal with the 14th, group of 14.
Yeah, but is he currently sitting 16th?
No, on this list they have him all together.
I see. So,
yeah, so again, you're not going to like this, but Jeremy Cameron or Max King, in a couple of weeks they come in for Tom Lynch. Once he goes,
that's fine.
No one else that comes in for them.
I've got no issue with Jeremy Cameron being in a team. My issue is you trying to tell me he's going to win the gold medal, that he's better than Charlie or Tom, because he ain't.
And then, so you look at the small forwards that are currently in. Charlie Cameron's kicked 26, he's pretty safe in the team at the moment. Zach Bailey's kicked 21. Shai Bolton has kicked 20. So, and Heaney. Where's Heaney? Heaney's kicked 19. Stengel's the same amount as Shai Bolton. He's had more than Heaney, and he's only one off Zach Bailey, and Tyson Stengel is still getting enough possessions this year. He's still getting 14.3 possessions a game. So he is close to being in that team for mine.
By the same argument then, so is Harry Mackay close? He keeps as many goals as Tyson Stengel has.
Yeah.
Hasn't played in a couple of weeks, but he's keeps as many goals then.
That's like saying Jeremy Cameron, he plays the same role as Jeremy Cameron, he plays the same role as Tom Hawkins, he plays the same role as Tom Lynch. Goes off position.
No, that's fair.
Like, it's more impressive for a forward to kick 20, a small forward to kick 20 than a tall forward to kick 20.
That's fair. Can I put one on the radar then, and then we'll move on?
Yeah.
Because it's a very good team, very happy with it. The changes on promote, like saying it between a bench and a starting role, not between in and out of the team. Can I just put Bailey Fritsch on the radar?
Yeah.
Just on your radar. He's top 10 in the league goal kicking.
Are we counting him as a small forward?
I'm counting him as a general forward.
General forward, yep. Put him on my radar. That is noted. Very much so, actually.
It probably fits in with your Isaac Heaney kind of role.
Yeah,
a general forward.
Yeah.
He's not a small forward, he's not a big forward. He's just the general.
Yeah. So he probably, if he plays another good game, Isaac Heaney plays a bad game, he probably nearly comes in next week for one.
Fair. Good segment.
Yep.
Anything else?
Nothing from me.
Happy to kick on?
Yep, so what have we got next, Mitchie?
What have we got next?
Top 5.
Top 5.
So we've actually told each other our our topics this week. We just haven't told them each of the things. So, do you want to go first or me to go first?
No, I'll go.
Okay.
Sorry about it. Alright. I've also managed to sneak 6 blokes in because I couldn't come down to 5.
Yeah.
Alright. Top 5 blokes, I wouldn't want to pay their next contract. Doesn't mean they're not worth it. Well, actually, pretty much does, actually. It doesn't mean they're not worth money. It doesn't mean they're not in their prime, coming into their prime, or post-prime. It simply means, me, if I was managing the club, I wouldn't pay them. Number 5, equal. Couldn't split them.
So, no guessing this week, you're just going to read them off? I'm happy with... No, actually do that.
I'm happy to read off number 5.
Yep.
And then from there... Let me just fix that up.
Still recording.
Yes, that's okay. That's alright, I can cut it. Alright. So I'll give you equal 5 and 6, which is just 5th. And then after that, I want you to have a crack at it.
Yeah.
Put a little bit of turn into the look. Alright. Couldn't split them for different reasons. But also at the same time, they're both on the list for the same reason.
Yeah.
Jeremy Cameron, Lance Franklin.
Huge contracts.
Wouldn't want to pay their next contract. One coming out of contract, the other one not so. But at the same time, both, well, Jeremy Cameron's the younger of the two, he's 29. Both going to want big money. Franklin's proven big money once that he can do it and he can play out the career. No one thought he was going to make these years. And he's going to get another contract. It looks like it'll be a 1 year deal. But I don't see how, if I was in charge of a club, I could pay them the money that they're going to want and deserve and justify my team building towards the flag.
Yeah. Fair.
I'll be happy right now if they're on my team and I'm paying their current contract. Not an issue at all. I just know that Franklin, if he takes a 1 year deal, that's fantastic for the Swans. But I can see him trying to argue for more. If I'm him as a player, if I'm his manager, I'm arguing for more than that. And Jeremy Cameron, the way he's playing, he's going to argue for more.
So I reckon they're both going to want upward of $1 million?
They're both going to want at least 800 grand, and I'm not going to be able to pay that. And they're both going to want at least 1, if not more years.
Yeah.
If Franklin was to walk in and say I'm in charge of Franklin's agent, and I was to walk into the Swans and say I'm in charge of the Swans, and his agent was to walk in and say, we want 2 years at 400 grand, 500 grand a year. I couldn't throw the paper rating quick enough. Done deal. But I don't think he's going to accept that.
Yeah.
And same with Jeremy Cameron. If he was to come in and say, at the end of his contract, which I think is the end of next year, could be the one after, was to come in and say, I want 3-4 years at 500 grand, absolutely no doubt. But I believe it would be 3 or 4 years at 800 and I can't pay that.
Yeah.
Alright. Who will be top 4? Have a crack. Just throw some names at me. Just give me 2.
So, I was talking about this bloke, Dustin Martin. Is he on your list at all?
No, he's not.
He's not on your list.
No, can't pay him whatever he wanted.
That's
a different reason I'll get to.
This isn't actually one that I could guess. It's your personal.
It's pretty easy. It's not personal at all. I'll explain why Dusty Martin isn't on the list before I continue.
Yep.
Because he can justify walking in. Franklin almost can do this, but he's been there for long enough that he can't.
Yep.
He's not new to the club. Dusty could walk into any club and say, I want $1 million, and any club in the league should pay it, because what he'll do to their marketing campaign, bums on seats, worth every cent. Gonna make it back. You look at the weekend, just gone. What did the Giants have? 6,000 people at their game? Dusty brings more than 6,000 to a game. Alone.
Yeah, but you're looking at an AFL state versus a rugby state.
I'm just saying, they need a draw card. You pair him with Toby Green, that's a draw card. People go watch that. Gets you excited about footy again. No one gets excited to go watch North Melbourne play. No draw card. Now, number 4. Not afraid to go after me own. Would not be paying Harry Mackay's next contract. He's won a Coleman medal. And when you win a Coleman medal and you kick as many goals as he has and done it for a period where we weren't very good and still been able to produce, he's going to want the money. And rightfully so. But I can't justify paying it because I believe he's just too one-dimensional a footballer.
Yep.
Simple as that. Next one. I believe he leads the league in disposals. Or at least average disposals per game.
Yep.
And does absolutely nothing to hurt you with it. Darcy Parish.
Yep. Yeah, he's going to want a big one.
He's going to want a massive contract. And I wouldn't pay him at all.
No.
I wouldn't pay him 500. And he's going to want at least 800.
Yep.
He'll get it. He'll go somewhere. If Essendon don't give it to him, which I think they will, he'll go somewhere and get it.
Yep.
Number 2. Now this happens in every sport. It's where your team's really, really good. And you're getting really, really good service. So you look a lot better than you are. You get paid a lot more money than what you're on currently to go to another team. And you get nothing when you're in that team and you turn into absolute poo because you can't generate your own ball.
Yep.
And that is Mixed A. He is a great third fiddle.
Yep.
But without being rude, there's a lot of people in the league who could be a great third fiddle behind Joe Danaher.
Charlie Cameron.
I was going to go with Eric Hipwood, but yeah, Charlie Cameron too. So you've already established he's not getting a top 3 defender each week.
Yeah.
You go, if he takes the money, say he gets 800 grand offers from Victorian clubs, which he will get $600,000 to $800,000 offers. I don't think he'll offer him more than that. But if he gets an offer like that from, say, a North Melbourne, and all of a sudden you're getting Sam Taylor, and then follow up the next week, oh, look out, you got a reprieve this week, you're going to go play down against Geelong.
Sam Deconian.
Yeah, up and coming star. You go play against Callum Wilkie, you go play against Jacob Wiedering. It becomes very hard when you're the guy.
Yeah.
Don't think you can do it. Number 1, most overrated player in the league. Wouldn't pay him 600 grand to be at my club.
Yep, who's that?
Jordan McGoey.
Yeah, very fair.
Just trots around, has very little impact, consistently goes out there, and you'll see him have 18 touches, maybe 1 goal, 2, and the Collingwood fans will be up and about how he's a star and he'll have 30 and 3, but he never does.
Yeah, very fair.
He hasn't had over 2 seasons averaging over 20 touches a game, and he hasn't had over 2 seasons where he's kicked over 30 goals a game.
But isn't that just the Collingwood fan base? Everyone's going to be a star and none of them turn out to be stars? Well, this time last year, Darcy Moore was the best player in the league. He was the best defender. Now he's not even top 10.
Yeah, because everyone got hyped up about the intercept possessions. Then, Fox Footy did that little 2-minute clip of showing that he doesn't actually play on anyone. It's pretty easy to intercept when you're alone.
Yeah.
But that's me top 5.
Yep.
Over to you. Top 5, boss. What do you got?
Okay, my top 5 is the top 5 off-season pickups.
Huge. Lay it on me.
I was just going to let you guess them. You tell me.
Oh.
You tell me. We'll go from number 1 first.
Number 1.
Who do you think's the best pickup of this off-season?
It's pretty hard to go past Hewitt.
Hewitt's at 1. Tell me number 2.
Bang. Number 2. Oh. See. I'm going to struggle to name all 5, I reckon. I don't reckon you're going to have Pat Lipinski in the list, but I'd have him in the list because I reckon he's been a great pickup for Collingwood.
Yeah, but I think it's actually 6 because number 5 is a 2-player from one team.
No, I rate how you couldn't split it either like me. It's good.
Yep.
Making it into a 6-person list on the top 5. Love it. Alright. After Hewitt and Lipinski, you're going to have to do it for me. I don't think you're going to have Chera in the list, but he's been a good pickup for us.
Yeah, but there's been...
Oh, sorry. Apologies. Number 2 on the list has to be Will Brodie.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Apologies to Will. Been bloody enormous.
You couldn't name anyone of... You've hyped on about 2 of these blokes at the number 5 spot.
Yeah, you just put me on the spot. 2 of these blokes. Have they gone to the same team or from the same team? Or
they're going
from
to the same
2?
team and as a duo.
Oh, sorry. Yes, no, you're correct. It's Big Levi and Marviette.
Yeah, they're at 5. A combination at 5.
That's a huge combination of 5. I mean, that's fair. Number 2 and number 1 have been enormous for their clubs.
Yep.
Chera doesn't make the list, although he's been very serviceable.
Yep.
Hasn't been the star.
Number 3, call me biased all you want, but Tyson Stengel.
No, for what you gave up for him, for what he's produced.
Yep.
And on Tyson Stengel, if we rewind back, I know I jumped off the bandwagon very quickly, but he did start the year in my Supercoach team, so I could see the potential there.
Yeah.
Might have been a little wrong on that one. That'd be the only time I ever admit it.
I've put Casbolt and Chol at 5.
Yep.
They both kick the same amount of goals as Stengel.
Yep.
Stengel's a small forward and he's got 2 of the top 5 goal kickers in the league in his team.
Yeah, and I'd also say where he's came from.
Yeah. So, huge. And this bloke's also been playing some really good football with Jordan Dawson.
Oh, huge. That's actually surprising I didn't pick him up because he came close to making a feature later in the episode.
Yep. Perfect. So you're all happy with that top 5? No one else you can think of?
No, I'm actually very happy with that.
Perfect.
Very. Should do. Just off the cusp. Next week I reckon we might give it worst recruits. Top 5 no recruits.
Yep.
That's a great topic. I love that. Done very well.
Yep.
Any arguments, complaints, chuck them in the comments.
Okay.
It's time.
Supercoach.
No, we're not moving on to Supercoach. We're going Club Superstar.
You don't want to add that to the talking points?
No, this is huge. This is big. It's now.
Yep.
Club Superstar.
That's fair. That's very fair.
It's Club Superstar.
I've actually written down here who I would like to see.
That's alright. I'm open to suggestions.
Yeah.
It won't be a weekly thing. It'll be when I feel it's needed. So if someone's done enough, and again, Club Superstar. Elite club to be in. Pretty hard to crack the door. You're going to have to really knock it down or really not give me much to leave. I've decided it's 10 cap.
A 10 cap.
10 cap.
Perfect.
Can't have more than 10 superstars, otherwise they're the stars.
Yep. Go.
In no particular order. Because there's not another one. There's not number 10.
Take it a bit slower and I would like to compare it to the list I have that some of the players I want to see.
That's fine. But it's not in an order. I just want you to know this. Alright. Kid, also known as Charlie Curnow.
Yep. I knew you'd answer that. So
Club Superstar. Most exciting forward in the league right now.
I'll just say something. Yeah, he's had a great start. But his 9 games of a great start of the season he's only kicked 100 goals. Is he enough to say superstar yet?
Yes, because if we look back to when he was healthy, nearly 3 years ago, 7 goals against the Dogs.
Yeah, he played great.
Destroyed it.
But is he superstar? Yeah, he's definitely star. Is he superstar?
I don't think I could name 10 players in the league that are superstar qualified above him. I understand what you're saying. Doesn't have the finals, doesn't have the longevity. The eye test tells me superstar.
Yep.
Lockie Neal.
Yep.
Has the accolades to prove it. Patrick Cripps.
Yep.
Wouldn't have been in there at the start of the year. He's returned in a big way.
Have the 3, yep. Keep continuing.
Number 4, in no particular order, Took Miller.
Yeah, so I didn't think you were going to label superstar.
I'm not a fan. I don't think he's exciting to watch, but I can recognise talent.
Yep.
Much like a Kawhi Leonard from the NBA, boring as all hell, but effective.
Yep.
Number 5, Dusty. Superstar.
Yep.
Number 6, Tom Hawkins. Massive.
I was going to be
The
very
Hawk.
disappointed.
No, he's in there. He's a superstar.
Yep.
If I look at my list, I'll give you the whole list. There is 2 forwards in the list, and that's him and Curnow.
Yep.
They are the superstars.
So nobody.
Nobody.
Yep.
No longer a superstar. There is notable omissions, I'll get to that. Number 7, Maxi Gorn.
Yep.
Superstar. Clayton Oliver.
Yep.
And Truck.
Yep. Thank you. I just wanted to make sure.
No, the demons all got grouped together because they all came to the brain at the same time.
Yep.
And then number 10, he is still a superstar. I'm not going to take away the fact he hasn't played. Nat 5. Superstar.
Yeah.
That's my list. My in-line, this is my in-line to potentially could become into the tier. Sam Walsh. Andy Brayshaw. Jacob Wiedering. Tommy Stewart. That's my list. That's my superstars.
Just a few things. I know you don't like him, but is Bond not a superstar of the game?
On the weekend, he had 24 and 3. Previous to that, he's averaging 18 touches. You're saying after this week that 1 week of Paddy Cripps having 18, that he's going to have to perform, or is he not going to be in the All-Australian team?
No, but
Not a superstar. What's he done to make him a superstar?
his previous form, how many votes did he have last year? 30-something. Was very, very unlucky not to win the Brownlow. He's consistently performed for the last few years.
The Brownlow winner from last year didn't make it.
No, but you're willing to sit here.
Yep.
And
I'm willing to sit here and say that Neil, Cripps, Miller, Dusty, Oliver, and Track and Fife are more of a superstar midfielder than him.
Yep. And if we want to go off previous form and their career accolades and stuff like your Fife and Dusty, Danger doesn't get a mention at all.
He's dropped off too much this year.
Fife hasn't played this year. Dusty
But
has
see,
not
that's the thing.
done that much.
But he hasn't played because he's been injured, so he hasn't hurt his stock. Danger is hurting his stock being out there. He's showing me each week that he is aging. Fife could come out and be woeful, and he will be instantly considered, is he on the fringe of the tier? Should he not be there? But Danger's out there giving me what looks like old man vibes.
Yeah. But if you're going to go off previous form, he has the most All-Australians out of all three of them.
And this isn't previous form, this is club superstar.
And again, I know you hate him, but Jeremy Cameron, he's not even in your close tier.
No, he's not.
He's not even close to being the superstar.
He's not batting down the door. You can't tell me that you prefer him over Tommy Stewart in the superstar category. I
would nearly go as far as saying that. I love Tommy Stewart, but
no, Tommy Stewart and Jacob Wearing, the two backmen that nearly made it. No backman made it. Sammy Walsh, superstar, potential, but not there yet. There's people on each end of the spectrum. Dusty's very lucky to be in there.
Yeah.
If you want to look at it and say, young kid-wise, who's likely to go out, who's the last person to probably come in out of this list, is most likely Charlie Kerner. The two that have been in there the longest, who are probably next to drop, are Dusty and Fife, depending on what they give me.
Yeah.
I've thought about going with 12 spots, but I really think Club Superstar
if it was 12,
exclusive.
who was the other two?
Walsh and Brayshaw. That's why I decided against it, because I don't think Walsh and Brayshaw are that level. I could be wrong. I could make changes in a couple of weeks' time, but Jeremy Cameron hasn't given me anything this year that has said, wow. He kicked a barrel that makes you said, wow.
I'm just trying to think of his stats from the season, because he has had a few big bags this year.
He has a lot of disposals. Plays a lot higher. I want to see him play deeper.
Yeah.
That's a coaching thing, it's not his thing. I want him to play deeper.
I saw him go into one centre bounce and just tap straight down his throat. One of the playing, one in the midfield, to be honest.
Again, it's your coach, mate. He doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah.
No, that's top 10. So who are your biggest gripes? Who do you think, who are your next couple in? Who are your couple you take out?
So, Bont, I'm very surprised. Bont and Jezza are the two that I think are closest on that list.
I'll mark them down. We'll come back. We'll circle back to it.
Bont especially.
Bont and Jezza. You want?
Who do you reckon the biggest locks in that tier are?
Who were the safest ones in there?
Yeah. Give me a three.
Absolutely safest?
Give me a three, because I could see a three there that I think...
Neil, Hawk and Gawn.
You don't think Track is... Actually, Track would have to be a fourth. He's superstar.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. He's screamed superstar.
Yeah. And you can scream superstar without being in our rolling All-Australian.
Yeah.
Because this is, as you're saying, it's a collection of work, but also a snapshot of now.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't the 10 most achieved players in the league who are the worthy. Otherwise, Danger, yeah, he gets a mention. Franklin will get a mention. But at this point in time, are they still superstars? They might come out this weekend, prove me wrong. Get out there, kick a bag, have 30. But that's me, superstars.
Yep, okay. Before it's getting too long, let's move quickly on to Supercoach.
Go for it.
It's going to be a quick one this week.
Take as long as you need.
I had another really, really bad week. Top 18%, dropped 1,000 ranks into the top 2% this week. Shocking.
So I'm up another nearly 2,000 people making a charge. Top 33%. Huge.
Yep, so...
What do you got for us, boss?
This week, Nick Martin is out for me.
Not holding?
Not holding.
Cool.
He has a 116 break even. I don't need a hold. I'm comfortable enough saying, yep, he can go. Come on.
Against Port, don't think you'll get there?
You don't think he'll get 116? No, I don't think he'll get 100.
I think he'll come close against Port.
So he's gonna... Yeah, nah.
That's right.
He had to go in the next 6
Yeah,
or 7.
that's right.
He had to go in the next 5 weeks anyway.
He's not in your final team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I get rid of him now and get my money because it was going to be Coney this week, but Coney's going to make a few extra bucks for me.
Yeah, he's playing well.
Nick Martin isn't, and I'm just going to move McCartan down forward line and bring Cleary in. Pretty easy trades. Sam Hayes, I'm going to jump off him before his bye, get some money there, bank a lot of money to just go bang, bang, bang in the next couple of weeks, and hopefully have a whole premium team in the buys.
And then, so potentially, who are your bang bang games? Just quick little snapshot. Give me 2 or 3 that you think of bringing in.
Sinclair.
Yep.
Will come down back. Everyone's jumping him this week. He's going to go up 15,000, but he has the buy the following week, and Taconi has a second buy. He's also going to go up projected 15,000 this week, and he gets another week to gain cash.
Yep.
And then I can trade him out for his buy and bring in Sinclair.
Yep.
Bontempelli should get forward status. He instantly comes into my team.
Yeah, you are waiting on that, aren't you?
I'm really keen. So that's next week. He should get forward status.
Yeah, right for the buys, isn't it?
Yep. So I don't know when their buys. I think it's.
So are we bringing that in to say that he's going to be a forward status because you're no longer saying he's a prime midfielder?
Just because he has forward status, why would you not?
They have the second buy, by the way.
Yeah, they have the second buy. So he'll come in round 14.
Yep.
But yeah, I look at it and you have.
If he goes forward, you have to bring him in.
Yeah, he's at that caliber. You have to bring him in. And then, honestly, you're not happy with him at the moment. Brayshaw, he's going to go down a lot of money and could look to come in. He's going to be at probably around 530, and a player that can do what he has shown he can do is still going to be worth bringing into my team. Like, he had 4 free kicks against, so I know Korea, a lot. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
I know he can stop doing that and he can find a place in my team. I'm happy with that.
Yeah, you're right, he's playing Melbourne this week, so it probably will drop.
Yep, happy with that.
Nice.
Yep, and that's all I have to say for the Supercoach for me.
Beautiful. Where would you like to head next, boss?
Do you want to do Worpel?
Let's do Worpel.
Okay, so we're not going to film this one on recording.
Nah,
too much effort. Okay, we're just going
not too much effort, just technical difficulty. You don't have the phone to be able to record the screen.
Yep, fair. Okay, so you can choose our first player.
You know the game. Played it last week. Get involved. First player?
Yep.
It's the man of the moment. Charlie Kernow.
Charlie Kernow, let's go.
It's the man of the moment.
Victorian.
Bang.
He is a forward.
Yes, love it.
From a team that has a
blue or white.
Blue or white.
Which that narrows down to nearly everyone.
Yep.
Yep.
He's under 192 centimetres, so he's a small forward.
No, so he's not highlighted, so let's use our brains. Under 189 centimetres.
Yeah. His debut, he's a bit of an older.
Yeah, he's at least
28.
At least 28. And he's at most jumping under 27. What do we got?
So a small forward. Small general forward from a Victorian team that has blue in them.
Yeah.
So you don't know. It's stumped.
No, that's fair. I'm a bit weary. You want me to think it's someone who, if they're over that age and they're a general or a small forward and they don't jump out at us, are they a fringe player?
So let's just name a general forward from another team.
Oh, a general forward. Bailey Fritz is a general forward, but he's not 28.
Yeah.
Same as how I could say, give me Gary Rowan.
That is not a bad shout at all. Ooh.
Oh.
He's 30 years old though. We have found out that he's 30 years old and he wears jumper number 20 to 22.
Yep. 20, 21, 22. He's definitely a small forward because he's not a medium forward.
Yep, and he's debuted from
Here's the contact info for Heath Squires.
Heathy Squires getting a shout out. Get around it.
Debuted in a year 2011 to 2013.
Yeah, that's it. So he's between.
And he's a blue and white team, so blue or white team.
And he's debuted after that. So he's debuted after 2010. So like 11, 12, 13.
Let's go through.
But he's 30 years of age. So I reckon I've got a... Oh, no, he's probably too big to be that, isn't he? Never mind.
Who are you thinking?
I was going to say Brody Mychek, but he's not going to be that old. He's not.
I think he...
But he's not a key forward or mini forward. He's not a small forward.
Yeah, okay. So let's look at
We need
it.
a small forward.
Let's go through the teams that have colours blue or white. So you got Collingwood.
Yep.
They don't have any medium forwards near that height.
It's not a medium forward.
The small forward near that height.
We don't have a height.
Oh, like jumper number, sorry.
Oh, yeah, it's a... What is it? We're at 21...
20, 21, 22.
Oh, who's 20... Let's think of this. Who's 21, 22, 23 Collingwood? Yep, good answers. So, we're Geelong? Which is not Carlton. North Melbourne? Toddy Goldstein's 22, isn't he?
Yeah.
So that rules that out.
Yeah.
If they have someone who's at that age,
Yep.
who's a small forward, I'm no chance of picking it. Doggies?
Doggies, who do they have?
Small forwards.
It could be a mid forward as well.
True.
Who kicks their goals? The Doggies.
No, that's why they're no good.
Who else is there?
Also, my original thought was went to Joshy Bruce, but I'd be calling him a key forward.
Yeah, let's go. Who's
Demons?
Yeah.
Demons are blue.
Who's the small forward for Demons?
Because I pick it. Not 30.
Yeah, it's not 30.
30's not a fun age to have to guess.
Nah, it's not at all.
Because by 30 they're either a superstar and in their prime, or they are fading and trying to hold on.
Let's just try to get a team, I reckon.
Go on then.
So what team do you want to go?
Well, let's list it.
Yeah.
Can be Collingwood. Can't be Essendon. So we've got Collingwood, North, Melbourne, Doggies. Is that it?
Looks like it.
I'd like to play the game with the Melbourne.
Melbourne, so we'll just...
So I'd like the answer to be Melbourne.
So let's get in just because you pick it.
Yes. Which hopefully gives us a bit more information around size.
No. So he's...
Gave us nothing.
They're saying he's medium forward, so...
Because size is not a small forward. Well, hey. Alright. Well, it's not Melbourne. Do we just continue the game and try and work out?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to say, give me Toddy Goldstein. Because I want to eliminate the number 22. 2 birds, 1 stone.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So it's not North and he's 20 or 21.
Beautiful. Doggies 2021. Pies 2021. Who else we got? Is that all the Victorian clubs I can think? That's all they have.
Let's just chuck in Wakeman to get a team.
Oh, yeah.
It's Doggies.
So it's Doggies and it's higher than number 19. So that's actually a real good pick from you chucking him in there. So you got Doggies number 20 or 21. Can we get stumped in episode number 2 of it?
2021. We do have some Doggies supporters in the audience, so it's not like too much for fools themselves. So 20 or 21.
I keep coming back to the same bloke, but I don't think he plays anymore. I can't tell you his name. Lloyd? I swear he doesn't play anymore. That's what my brain tells me. I don't think he plays anymore.
No. 20 or 21 from the Doggies. What number's Libba wear?
21?
Maybe it's medium. Fuck yeah. Well,
What do we class Liver as? So close out of that and
mid forward.
mid forward. So that's where it
Yeah.
stumped us. He's 30.
He's 30.
Oh, he got old quick.
He got real quick. How long? His dad was playing it too long ago and he was running around the field, so.
Yeah, we are. Well, that was painful,
Yeah, Jesus.
but we still got there.
Yep.
Hey, 2 guesses last week, 6 week, averaging 4 guesses. We'll take it.
Yep, so what are we up to now? We're up to
We're up to whatever you got, buddy. whatever you want to bring to the table, whatever I want to bring to the table.
We want to have a quick look at the odds.
Do it.
Okay, we got Melbourne to break consecutive wins record of 24 at $8.
Well, they'll break the record before they play Carlton, so it makes sense.
So that's where some money could be made if you go Melbourne to break record and then hedge bets on the other teams that they've got to verse.
Yeah.
You
Yep,
could look
no,
into that.
hedging's in Australia, I like it. If I was having a punt, if I could actually find the exact market we're looking at, what are we in?
Season multis.
Season multi, that's why I couldn't find it. That would make sense. See, I'm not a gambling man. Has a chuckle to himself. Alright, so you look at the odds here. They're saying Freo are their best chance of getting beaten.
Yeah.
If it's not Freo, effectively you've got Sydney, Collingwood, Brisbane, Geelong, Dogs in round 19, Carlton around 22, Brisbane again. At what point do you reckon it's wise, because the longer you wait the less profit you're going to make from it, do you reckon it's wise to chuck $10 on Brisbane in round 23, $10 on Carlton in round 22 and $10 on Collingwood in round 21? Because with each week that goes by, those odds come in and go down and down, and your cash out value goes up and up. And do you just
I
put...
don't think it's a cash out market.
Is it not a cash out market? Every market's a cash out market.
Nah, it's not a cash out.
They're offering me cash out in everything.
Yeah, that's annoying.
No, AFL same game multi cash out. Read more.
Where are you saying that?
It's at the top. Scroll all the way up.
Okay, that's... Yep, okay. Brownlow, Neil, Cripps, $4, track at $5.50, Oliver.
Big news there that Paddy Cripps is no longer the sole favourite.
Yep. Rising Star, Newcomb's in the favourite.
Big changes there. Paddy Cripps slides out, Newcomb comes in the rising star. Bit of change, I like it.
Yeah, Joel Selwood's out of there apparently. David Mundy, I thought had it in the bag. Okay, Coleman, Charlie Curno's at $3.
But other big news is that Jackie Ginnivan is into the sixth favourite with that. Sorry, fifth favourite. He's into the top 5.
Yeah, jeez.
Coleman,
Curnow 3 and Tom and Jeremy at 5 and King at 6.
yeah, and I'm willing to say only 2 people can win it now.
I still believe Jeremy can win it, but sure.
I can win it. And we can go to Mars. It's not going to happen. I'm personally not going to go anytime soon. And he's not going to win it anytime soon.
Premiership, $2.40 the B's are. That's some of the shortest odds I've seen in ages.
Mind you, look at the Blue Boys up into third favourite, mate.
Still paying $11 though.
Hey, just you wait. Teams will always falter.
Yep. Okay.
Carlton paying $2.20 for a top 4 finish.
And coach special, next GWS coach, Hurd at $3.75. Clarkson at 4.
Nah.
Uze at 10, just because I love Uze. Put some money on the dog.
Well,
Ross Lyon at 13 brings some value.
I reckon you might be onto it there with Adam Uze. Won't be Mark Gay. He'll be a great interim coach, but historically interim coaches don't go on to take the job. And he's going to look really good last week and this week. It was a perfect, all in all, Leon Cameron, fantastic way to exit. Exits before they play West Coast and North in back-to-back weeks.
Yeah.
If that's not a nice, easy welcome to coaching for Mark McVeigh, then nothing is.
Yeah.
No, I'm happy. And how's you got in the odds there, Ross?
No, let's move on to just
whatever else you've got
random,
for me.
okay?
I've got a few things, you've got a few things. I'll let you lead off.
I've done it every week with just a random thing, and this week I've just gone top bloke from each team.
Oh.
Outside of footy,
Massive.
Outside of footy, I reckon just a top bloke, just great morals, just a good bloke in general. I'm just gonna.
You're gonna struggle with some of these teams, and I'm gonna have an say on whether I approve. Alright?
Yep, you can just tell me anyone off the bat if you think you can think of anyone.
Anyone better, or anyone I agree with?
You can just tell me straight off the bat for each team if you use anyone before I say it.
Alright.
Okay, Adelaide.
No, I'll let you go.
Rory Sloane.
Yep.
Brisbane.
You just go and I'll jump in if I feel.
Jared Lyons.
Yep.
Carlton, Sam Doherty.
Yep.
Collingwood, Jack Crisp.
Oh, you were close. It's Jack Ginnivan. Get around us. Get on here.
Essendon, Dyson Heppel.
Nah, terrible call.
Did you not see?
Seems like an absolute flog.
I see the opposite. I've seen Tipper's announcing his retirement. He's getting emotional.
Yeah, what a way to make it about himself.
Comes up and supports him.
Mate, it's Tipper's moment. Just let him be. Didn't need to stay up there. I understand what you're saying. Didn't need to be up there. It's Tipper's moment. Let Tipper have his moment.
Heppel for me. Fremantle. I'll try to go a big name from each team, because we can't just go say, oh, good bloke. Yeah, but he's a no one. So Nat Five just seems like a good bloke.
So does Griffin Logue.
Yeah.
Seems like a real good bloke.
Yeah. Geelong, you ever grabbed it?
It's going to be rough. I'm trying to find someone other than... Oh no, that's actually other than the big hawk.
Tom Hawkins, just a lovely bloke. The big friendly cat. He's
He's a dumb hawk.
And anyone that's like, oh, but Sway plays on the ground, yeah, you don't know anything about footy, you're a casual.
Bang!
Okay, Gold Coast. He was loved years ago, and for the right reasons. Matt Rao just seems like a great bloke.
Yeah, different cat.
Different cat, and we love a different cat.
We do love a different cat.
That's what we love, and he'd sit down. Noah Anderson said instead of having a beer at night, he would sit down and have a glass of milk. I love that. Who doesn't love a glass of milk?
Unpopular opinion. A straight glass of milk is fantastic.
Do you have any milk in the fridge?
Mate, I've got milk in the fridge.
We'll go for a glass of milk after this episode is over.
Well and truly. I love a glass of just straight milk.
So do I.
It's a country boy thing, isn't it?
Country boy. It's the way that your parents have brought you up alright if you have a glass of milk.
That's exactly it.
Okay, JWS, Phil Davis.
Up there in top 5 blokes now.
Yeah. And I actually was arguing between him and someone else. Callum Ward.
Yeah. Well, pretty hard to argue between two really good blokes.
Yeah. And the next bloke from Hawthorn, again, struggled a bit.
You just don't like him.
I've seen a few interviews with him in a few videos, and he, as much as I don't like him, he does seem like a decent bloke off the field. Tom Mitchell.
No, I would have gone James Sicily. Just seems like a great bloke. Yes, he's feisty on the field, but he's feisty because he wants to support his boys. He's out there supporting his team.
I couldn't disagree more on that. Okay.
He seems like a great bloke.
Melbourne.
Yep.
Max Gawn.
Yeah.
He's just... The video of him sitting down, it just makes you love him. And yeah, that's acted, but the way he talks and it just seems down to earth.
The way him and Brayshaw do the little games and segments and that in their media, fantastic.
North Melbourne, Todd Goldstein.
And wants out.
Yeah. Seems like a big, dopey giant.
Seems like a great bloke.
Yeah.
With a bit of brain behind him, hence why he wants out.
Port Adelaide, a man that I reckon would love a glass of milk. That's something we might have to start looking into doing, have a glass of milk each week.
Love it.
Any milk sponsors out there?
Yeah, you get any farmers straight from the vat?
It seems like a milk drinker, and it's because he's a hometown boy to us. Ollie Wines.
Yeah. He's definitely not skipped out on the milk.
Yeah.
His quads are huge.
But he's obviously from Echuca that is very close to, well, both of us are from Echuca.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you talk to anyone around there that knows him, you will not hear a person say a bad word about him.
No.
Everyone rates him as a bloke, and you think from a town there's got to be, you would think, oh, there's people that aren't going to like him and people that have played against him, oh, just don't like him. Nah. No one says a bad thing about Ollie.
No, that's fair.
Richmond, Jaden Short.
Yeah, can't argue that. He does look like someone who's just a good bloke. When you hear him talk, it does sound that way.
St Kilda, Jack Steele.
That's fine. He does seem like a great bloke. When he talks about his club, he sounds like a great bloke. It's just a shame he's just not that good.
Sydney, Paddy McCartan.
Yeah. Oh, he would be. To sit down and have a chat with him would be fantastic.
Yeah. West Coast, I had to go with someone. I had to really look through this because they've got no one of importance at the moment. Brad Shepherd.
Yeah. Yep. Can't argue that.
Seen him on a few potties and
Yeah.
seems like a good bloke. And Western Bulldogs, Josh Dunkley.
Yeah.
Seems like a great
Just
bloke.
clean cut.
Yeah, clean
Nice
cut.
bloke.
He's nice bloke.
Yeah.
The
No
kind
bullshit.
of bloke that you would like to take your sister out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a good bloke.
And while we're on conversation potty, is this a potty or is it more of just a TV show? Just a footy show about footy. So if Fox Footy's out there and they just want to get on a new up and coming show,
Oh, well and truly.
send us an email.
Open to all offers, like,
But yeah.
going great guns. No
Yeah.
arguing that.
Okay, just talk what you got to tell me for the week.
We've already touched on Charlie.
Yeah.
He's my number 1 point. I want you to just throw it out there. Throw a number out there. How many is he going to kick this week?
3.
You're telling me that Darcy Moore, who doesn't defend,
He's gonna come out and he's gonna listen to Creeks and he's gonna try to defend. I feel like it's Collingwood-Carlton rivalry. It's gonna be hard fought, and I don't reckon he's gonna go huge again. I reckon the 3. That's nice. That's 3 is a
see,
good number of goals, but
that's the thing. If you watched him play, if you watch the game, he kicked 6, but it wasn't a huge game.
Yeah.
I reckon he's got a bit of the loosh about him. Bit of the fevolution. He's going to see 80,000 people there and go, I've got to kick 1 for every 10.
yeah.
I reckon he's got 80 in this week.
But I feel like Craig McRae's a pretty good coach.
I'll question that, but yep, continue. I'll mention
I
it.
watched the first half of that game and it was pretty obvious game plan. Kick it into Charlie.
Mm.
You just put people in Charlie's holes and it couldn't be too hard to defend for mine.
We'll see.
Wait and see.
Mm.
Yeah, how many?
I reckon I'd like to see him kick 8. Like a big bang.
Don't get me wrong, I would like to see him go huge this week against
Oh,
Collingwood.
I'm being serious. I think he'll kick 8.
Think he'll kick 8?
Yeah, I watched Collingwood play yesterday. I watched Carlton play. He'll kick 8.
Kick 8?
Yeah.
The odds won't be out for that yet, will it?
No, they only ever show up to 5 anyway.
Yeah, but still 5 will be paying decent. Oh, is it?
It'll only be paying $3 or $4.
Oh, it's only three markets out at the moment.
No, I'd get on him 5 or more. Worth every shot. He's done it 4 out of his 10. Done it 4 out of his 10 games this year. Get around that. Next point up, Freo, as we've already established. I've written them off.
Yeah.
They got the D's this week. It's no loss. They're going to tumble pretty hard. I don't see them finishing in the top 6. I went through and did my ladder predictor just to be fair on it, and I had them finishing 7th.
Can you let us know your ladder predictor? Do you have that on you?
I'll have a look, see if it's quickly on my phone. That's what I was just playing around with last night when I was getting ready for this, because I knew I had a big day ahead of me with this.
I'd like to know what's your final ladder rankings compared to what we're looking at the moment. So just honestly, just go from 18th to 1st.
Alright, I'll see if it's... Oh, it's going to actually load up, so I'll just scroll through me. I'll just be me ladder. After round 23 if you want.
Yep, go.
Alright. Eagles, North. They don't win another game, will they?
Yep.
Essendon, Giants, Crows, Pies, Dogs.
You got Dogs at 12.
Yes. They finished on 9 wins.
So you're saying they only win 4 more games for the season?
You're making it out like that's some big deal. They've won 5 out of their first 10.
They've got West Coast, so they're winning 3 out of their next 11 games.
Yep.
Okay.
Suns.
Oh, within Sun they do have Geelong twice, so that's fair enough. 2 losses there.
Exactly. That's what I marked down as.
Yep.
So, Suns, St Kilda.
St Kilda at 10.
Yep.
Yep, okay.
11 and 11. Port.
Yep.
Going into the 8. The Hawks. Fremantle.
Yep.
Swans.
Yep.
Richmond.
Richmond at 5.
By percentage. Otherwise they would have been 4th. They're going to finish 15 and 7.
Okay.
What are they now?
What are they now?
Yep.
They're 6 and 4.
So,
You're saying they're going 9 and 3.
yep. Strength of schedule.
They're losing this week, so.
No, they're not. So, 4th, I've got Cats. 3rd, Lions. 2nd, Blues.
Might seem controversial having the Blues above.
Yep, no, but
But
I understand.
The Lions play Melbourne twice.
Yep, fair.
Top team, Melbourne.
What's their...
21-1.
Who did they lose to?
Carlton around 22. It's a one game they'll drop.
And have you done your little finals thing?
Of course I have. It's what I was actually going to get to
Yep.
in my other big calls and that I wanted to mention.
Yep, tell us your finals.
Alright, week 1.
Yep.
Oh, it hasn't loaded. I'll put it back in, so I already had it. I knew where it was anyway, so it's fine. Okay, week 1 I've got Melbourne beating Geelong. I've got Richmond beating Hawthorn. I've got the Swans beating Freo and Carlton beating Brisbane. I've got Richmond beating Geelong. I've got the Lions beating the Swans. I've got Carlton beating Richmond and the Demons beating Brisbane. And then I've got the Demons beating Carlton at this stage in the final.
Yep.
And so to say that's not just made up, that is what I've got written down here is my other. So I've got some big calls for you.
Yep.
Freo, we're not going to win a final.
Yep, we've already made a bet to that.
D's, Tigers, Carlton and Brisbane are the final 4 teams left, and they are the only 4 teams that can win the flag. They are the only 4 teams that can win the flag. That is currently tier 1, 2, 3 and 1 of tier 4.
Yeah, so trust Tigers to that much. You've seen enough out of them.
Seen enough.
Yep. So
Been there, they've done it enough. Can't write them off yet.
Yep, okay.
That's me. That's that. So then I've also got other talking points. How good. Bit of showmanship before he kicks the goal.
Let's talk about a good goal, let's talk about the talk.
Before we get to the top though, I know you don't like him, but Jack Ginnivan, it's entertaining. It's what we're here for. It's a great talking point. It gives an exclamation mark to their win.
Yeah. But there's a degree of gentlemanship in a game of football.
And it's Freo in Freo, the crowd's hostile. There's no gentlemanship there. You're telling me Geelong versus Hawthorn, and you see big Jeremy Cameron strolling in to kick a winning goal with a minute and a half left. You don't want him to celebrate like that. You'd rather see him just kick the goal and jog back and celebrate like nothing happened.
I can tell you what would happen if it was... First of all, that was 10.5 minutes to go in the game of football when he kicked it.
Sealed it.
Second of all, I would expect more than Jeremy Cameron to waltz in and do that. I would hope he wouldn't do that.
I would hope someone would.
See, I'd rather see him kick it and then just go celebrate with his team. If it's, especially that it's 5 goals in it, if it's to kick a big goal and not much time left, yeah, go in, kick your goal, celebrate. But the fact is he's running and celebrating. I'm not there for it.
Turn back, my check gave him the all clear to go for it. I like it. You think back to the classic moments over the last 20 years. You've got Purdy kicking the goal, hugging the bloke in the crowd.
Yeah.
You've got classic Richo flipping off the guy in the crowd.
You got what's his face running up to the crowd. Oh, what's his name from Sydney?
I'm waiting for you to say it, 'cause that's exactly what I was getting at.
Yeah.
Mickey O'Loughlin
Yeah.
screaming, West Coast fans screaming back.
Yeah.
It's built around getting the fans involved.
Yeah.
All those moments.
Yeah.
Huge moments.
And I'm there for the celebration end, but they're running in and celebrating.
I love it.
I'd rather just see him.
Alright, so then in that case, do you keep the same energy? I'll take you off course, just briefly. Do you then keep the same energy and say it's disrespectful and you hate it if Steph Curry shoots and turn away 3-pointer, so shoots and turns for it and goes in?
It's a different sport.
Nah, it's getting the crowd involved.
Different sports have different ethics. Basketball's built around that kind of stuff. It's built about the celebrations and same as American football. But
Showmanship.
it's
It's part of the parcel of delivering us entertainment. We'll leave it there.
but
We'll
and
continue.
again, I would like to see if he is going to do it to not only fumble the ball, puts his arm up for a second, then goes straight back down to it. If you're going to do it properly.
I thought him after he kicked the goal standing there, both arms up,
So I'd like
One
to
of the most memorable moments that are out.
I would like to see him run in, boots to the ground, with 2 hands up, or just do a bow or something. That's.
I would have loved a bow. That would have been great.
I'm huge for the bow.
Alright.
Or I would like to say,
Well-
see a Randy Moss type thing at Lambeau Field, turn around, a fake moon to the crowd. That would have been something that I would have jumped on board in for something like that.
So, speaking of other celebrations then, surely you got to get around the Stephon Diggs helmet toss.
Oh, the
Iconic.
look in his face when he does it, it's great.
Man of Steel.
And it's still.
Alright. We'll leave it there with that because we can debate that all day. Another point from that game, you're saying Craig McCraig, great young coach. Not wanting to go after a young coach, but at the same point, why is Oliver Henry the sub? Greatest game from a sub, but why is he the sub?
Probably something to do with his shocking goal kicking, but when you've got a player of that much talent with that many, you don't take him out, that just takes away from confidence. But it is, at the end of the day, it's more than just the coach picking a team.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, isn't he the same as like a Riley Thilthorpe where you just pick him and say, look, we're picking you.
Is Thilthorpe even playing at the moment?
Played on the weekend, second game of the year. But don't you just pick him at this point and say, you're playing the next 5. Bloke who used to coach Rochi a few years ago had a simple rule where if you were coming in for your first game in the ones, you were getting picked for 3 straight weeks.
Yeah.
That way you knew you didn't have to do everything to go game each week, you weren't stressing over it, you could play your role for the team. He looks like someone they've just got to pick.
And how'd you go when you got your chance for Rochi?
Definitely didn't get a chance, mate. Not that caliber of football.
Struggled for a go in the Resi, so I've heard.
That's exactly it. Now, what was my other point? My other point I want to bring, Kasaya Pickett in the sleeves.
Love the sleeves.
Mate, we love the sleeves. That was a beautiful jumper. Done well.
That's actually something I was going to say. I was just going to run through the jumpers with you and just let's choose some of our favourites out of them.
Go for it.
Just give us, let's go thoughts on each.
Well, I've only got one other thing I want to come back to, and that's it. I'm happy.
Adelaide's jumper, look, I'm not a huge fan of it.
I'm not a huge fan of it.
Yeah. Move
The
on.
yellow one's better than the blue.
Brisbane, it's alright.
It shows homage to the old teams that came before them, but it's not a great Brisbane Lions jumper.
Yep. I love Carlton's.
Oh, mate, it's beautiful.
You get one?
Oh, I reckon I will be. I'll get one with the Premiers 2022 stitched into it.
Collingwood?
Nah, they could have
Yeah.
more. They really could have done more. But again, Collingwood are this is our jumper, we're not doing anything different.
Yeah. Would have loved to see Brisbane Brothers or something from Port Adelaide.
Oh, I'd love to see Collingwood embrace something.
Essendon,
Essendon and Richmond, I can say this, I didn't enjoy either. I didn't enjoy how they looked against each other either.
yeah. It's nice, but it doesn't stand out.
Yeah.
Freo,
Again, it was nice, but it didn't jump out to me. I didn't love it. I really enjoyed the Geelong, but I do love blue and white colours.
yeah. It looks really nice. It does.
Yeah. And it contrasts well to what most teams did.
Yeah.
So it stands out with who you play.
Again, pretty boring. They need to update the logo.
They do.
Logo.
They do need a new logo. It's been 10 years. It's time.
I do like the croc on it though. But yeah, it's still pretty boring.
I'm a fan.
I really like Jerry.
I've always liked Jedi versus Jersey, regardless of what they do.
Their Never Surrender one last year was huge.
Yeah. I'm just a fan of the fact that they're not a coloured palette that anyone else uses. We see a lot of one-tone jerseys.
Yeah.
These guys are consistently multi-tone, beautiful.
Don't like it.
I wasn't a fan of the 2 panels down the bottom, but that's just me.
I don't like Hawthorns.
And they've had some really good ones previously.
Yeah. Narrow.
Oh,
I love it.
I love the long sleeve version so much. I love the sleeves, how they change with the jersey as it goes down. It's a beautiful jumper.
You would nearly be. This is a jumper you could look and say, oh, I wouldn't think about buying this.
Yeah, well,
It's
sure.
a lovely jumper.
It is the best jumper.
North. I like it.
I like it. It was good for North.
I really like the jumper.
Yeah.
I really, really like it. It's one kind of like Melbourne for mine. Melbourne Carlton just looks, even Geelong, I reckon they're the 4 best we've gone through so far.
I think it still keeps their heritage of what their jersey is about, but it also shows the heritage of who's come before in this land.
It looks good.
Yeah.
Port Adelaide, they've had some good ones, but I'm not a fan of this one personally.
No, too dark for my liking.
But we're walking around saying we love Jello versus.
Yeah, but Cheetah versus had a big bit of white through it and a big bit of orange through it.
No, I'm talking about their whole black one last year.
Oh, yeah, that's different. That's just pure charcoal. That was beautiful.
Richmond, again,
I've already spoken.
Yeah.
Very similar to what Essendon did.
love it.
Didn't love it.
Have you seen the little Nicky Winmar?
Oh, I love that. I love the little addition, but I hadn't.
See, I love this jersey. The little splatters all over it. This is right up there with my favourites. I really like this. This goes in the top 5 that I've seen
That's fair.
going through it so far.
That's fair. I would have liked more red through it.
Sydney.
It was nice to see them having blue through their jumper, but it wasn't giving me Sydney vibes.
Yeah, nah, it's okay. It's not my favourite.
If that was the dog jumper, I would have been thrilled.
West Coast, it's alright.
Yeah.
But it isn't top 5.
No.
Doggies, they've done better.
Yeah.
They've done better. It's a pretty boring one.
Yeah, but it's still a classic Dogs jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, there's our top 5. So, Carlton, Melbourne, Geelong, St Kilda, and who was the other one we said? North.
North was really nice.
Yeah, so that's our top 5.
Alright. So, something else I want to mention. My call this week. Richmond will go up to Sydney and win. Sydney are the favourites. I'm going by the odds, but I don't understand how. I can just see Richmond going up there, getting the chockies, continuing to roll with their season. Underrated, underknown. Richmond won 4 in a row. As we've seen with the free call earlier, put your mouth where your mouth is. Hot sauces. No more just making calls and standing one. Can be any call at any point, just call each other out. And I'm willing to put a call out there and just say simply, because I believe in this, that Richmond will go up to Sydney and win. Simple as that.
Yep.
Richmond won 4 in a row. Yeah, I'll have to try it. If you look at the ladder, if we can get it up.
So, are we going to do this end of the season or are we going to do it next week?
Whenever I'm wrong.
Yeah, okay. So, I don't have a...
No, you've
I
got
don't have a
I haven't
big call
called you out
for this
on it.
week.
That's fine.
Yeah. If we ever hear anything from each other that we want to pull up, like I did with the Freo, say, are you willing to put your mouth? And they can easily back out and say, oh, look, yeah, maybe you are right there. Maybe I need to rephrase that or something like that.
Imagine having to walk back on your own statement.
Yeah.
I'd rather take a challenge.
Put your mouth where your mouth is, and that's what we've done.
Well, I'm looking at it. 3 teams in the league have a 4-game win streak. Melbourne, Carlton, Richmond.
How long am I beating off for?
10.
Jesus.
Yeah. But then if you look at it, the Swans that they're playing lost 3 out of the last 5. Freo lost 2 in a row. Mate, these are easy calls to be making. I'm on the right side of history yet again.
Yeah, okay. What are you excited for this week?
What am I excited for this week? Mate, I'm excited for Carlton Collingwood. It's the biggest Carlton Collingwood game in a long time for us. Because we're finally the good team in it.
Yeah, I could agree with that. I'm looking forward to that. And
A couple of good games though this weekend. I'm excited to watch Melbourne and Freo.
yeah,
It's not what I'm looking forward to. I'm excited to watch it. I'd love to see Freo prove me wrong.
yeah. So would I.
I'm excited to watch Sydney and Richmond because I'm going to be proven right. Who have you got this week?
Adelaide at home.
Any calls on how many bet? Is Hawkins going to bag out? Is it Cameron's week? Are they both going to fly? What's the go? What's your gut telling you there? Not putting your mouth where your mouth is. Just what do you got for me? What are you thinking?
I'm feeling between the 3 goal kicking forwards at the moment. Maybe a bag of 9 or 10 between the 3 of them.
Nice.
But I would not be putting my mouth where my mouth is. Where Geelong, how they're playing at the moment, I do not trust
No,
them.
that's completely fair.
And they could easily not even kick 10 goals as a team.
Oh, I'm excited to
Quite
watch
frank.
Carlton. I like to think that Charlie's going to come out and kick a massive bag. But that's just because it'll be a great spectacle to see with 80,000 there. And I really hope there is 80,000 there. Should be a big game.
You heading down?
Thinking about it. Really thinking about it. I want to.
You've thought about a lot of games this year that you might go to?
Yeah. I think only going to go to the big wins, like, you know, when we beat Geelong, so.
This man's a very funny man, guys. So, obviously, wrapping the bannies this week for Neil Danaher M&D freeze.
Number 8.
Get around it, guys.
Huge.
Huge. That's,
Great cause.
if you don't like buying clothes, but this is something that's well worth it. $25. It's well worth your money. It's to a good cause.
That's it. Coles, Bunnings, Elmore Bakery. Get around your locals.
And
Grab
on
one.
that, let's immortalise Neil Danaher with a statue.
Yeah, big.
And let's sign off for there. See you next week. Alright, next week might be a different look. We'll see what happens.
Still be a great show though.
Yep. Catch you around,
Might
guys.
look a little different.
So, wanna
Get in the comments.
get in the comments, guys.